Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Can you hear me, Tammy?
Yep, can hear
Okay,
you good.
good. So before we get started, was there an agenda that got sent out?
Yes, I attached it to the resent it with the meeting notice. Did you not get it?
I mean, look, I
And the minutes are in there as well. I had Rachel reach out to me too, so maybe I need to resend them.
no, I didn't get it on the meeting invite.
So the original meeting invite, hi Rachel, didn't have it, but then I resent it out yesterday and updated the invite. So if you didn't get it and Rachel didn't get it, maybe nobody got it.
Okay.
Jennifer, did you see it?
No, I did not.
Okay, my apologies. I do not know what went wrong.
No worries.
I'm going to.
And then on the bottom, there, we have the pick up Christian Open and Gala.
Hi, everyone.
Sarah?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah, did you see the updated agenda or the agenda and the minutes in the invite?
Oh, let me look. Just a moment.
Just a couple of people didn't see them, and so I'm wondering, I don't know why they didn't go through.
I do
would've-
not have the updated in the invite.
That's so weird. Okay.
Can we just circulate them by email real quick, Tammy?
Yep.
Thanks. Where are you at today, Paul?
I am in Glendive waiting for the 7.5 inches of snow. So how
Do
about
you have
you?
any snow yet?
We do. We got mainly rain, but we got rain and probably 2, 3 inches out at Bloomfield by Richie. So I made a decision. I either come back before it freezes, or I'm stuck here until the plows come and plow me out. So I came back into town last night. Are you in Glasgow or
I'm not.
Fort Peck?
I'm sitting in
Okay.
Helena.
Good morning.
Morning,
Hi,
Adam.
Adam. Nice to see
Got
you.
15 inches of snow here.
15?
Yeah.
I bet you know a guy where you can upgrade your snowplow.
I was in my gator all morning. It was so much fun.
I love the fact that my neighbor's got one, and he just purely enjoys plowing the entire street. So I just happily watch him. It's great.
That's great.
Shoot.
Well, we had a little snow today in Helena, but enough that I could still move it with my leaf blower. So
Oh,
Wow.
I don't think we're getting what you're getting in the east yet.
good times.
Hi, Bo.
Hi.
Man, I thought we were going to be barely
Hello,
having.
can you
we
hear
got
me?
here.
Yes, we can.
Hey, I'm calling from Seattle actually. I'm in the airport, so if I'm gonna go on mute, make sure I'm muted. But yeah, I'm traveling because of the weather, trying to get to Missoula for the football game this weekend because my alma mater is the University of South Dakota. So I had to take
Oh, you're a coyote. Uh-oh.
yeah, I had to take real drastic measures to try to get to this football game because the roads were bad, and my dad works for Alaska, so we could
Huh.
fly. So I'm in the airport right now trying to get to Missoula.
Well, I
Nice.
love you, Bo, but go Grizz. I'll see you Saturday.
I know. Yeah.
That's
That's
great.
fun.
Okay, so I apologize. And Adam, the updated agenda or minutes didn't come through on the invite, so I just emailed those to everyone. And Rachel, I sent those to you earlier. Did you get them?
I
Okay.
did, thank you.
So
Tim-
thanks, I apologize for that. And Bo, you're traveling, just listen in.
Tammy, would you share it on the screen here so we have it in front of us?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You bet. Let me get those pulled back up.
And then Heather was not going to make it today, right?
Heather and Sarah are both traveling. They are gone. They both declined. They will not be here. But Jason did say he was going to be. So if he's not here, we will not have a quorum.
Oh.
Just FYI.
No.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Yeah, very nice.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Okay. I gotta pull up the other one and then I'll get it both on my screen.
Hi, Jason. We're glad you're here. You're a quorum.
Thank you.
Okay. And okay, promise I'm getting there.
Great, thanks, Tammy.
Okay. Can everybody see the agenda?
Yep.
We can officially call this to order. And we have a quorum, so that's fantastic. And I will entertain a motion to review and approve the agenda.
So moved.
So move, Paul, a second.
I'm happy to second.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Discussion on the agenda. Tammy, do you want to start?
So general committee discussion. You want to start with that, Adam? Down on the agenda, or do you want me to go through?
Well, I
What do
wonder
you
if we-
think?
Yeah, let's run through quick. Let's review. So we've got the approved agenda here. Let's run through the minutes for the prior meeting.
And I can pull those up if anybody wants to see them.
Does anyone need it? I've got it here on my side. So
I've got it.
would entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Seconded.
Expo. All those in favor signify by saying, or I should say, any discussion on the minutes. Seeing none, all those in favor of approval, say aye.
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 Sign, okay. And then we will move to public comment. And I do not see anyone on from the public at this point. But, okay, very good. Then we'll move to Commissioner Swanson, if you'd like to give us an update.
Yeah, lots of things moving at the federal level that impact SWIB. So thrilled Rachel's here because she just got back from a great week in DC. And feel free to jump in, Rachel, if you have more to share in the labor space. What we're hearing with the WIOA reauthorization is not quite what we'd hoped. There was a chance there for a while where we thought they were going to try to get it in a December package for an up or down vote, working to reconcile the House and Senate versions. That is no longer going to happen. They've agreed to take it off the table, and both committees are going to come back together for a markup session late January is what we're currently being told. We have funding through the rest of this fiscal year, so we're good through June, but anxiously awaiting to see, is WIOA going to be reauthorized in the framework that it's in, or is it going to come out in more of a block grant format? And what does that mean for small states? There's been a big advocacy from a number of our other sister states. We haven't participated at this time, but an advocacy to increase some small state set-asides and more flexibility for small states. Be interesting to see what they do. Reminder to all of you that your number one responsibility as SWIB members is our oversight and fiduciary for WIOA. So as that comes together, we'll give you as much information as we have. But right now we're authorized and funded through the end of the federal fiscal year, and we'll continue to monitor that. They do believe they're going to move a confirmation vote very soon for Henry Mack. Henry has been nominated as the Assistant Secretary for ETA. I think I've shared with most of you, I could not be more excited about this. I know Henry. We have friends in the Florida environment. He originally worked with their AG Uthmeyer for a long time. He came out of their university system. He is going to be a fantastic addition to Lori Fraser Berden and Merrick Lako and that team. So as soon as we can get him confirmed, I think that bodes really well for Montana and our opportunity to advocate for our consolidated state workforce board format, the 406 jobs initiative, our just paralleled alignment with the White House's Golden Age Talent Strategy document. We've got a good advocate, I think, in Henry as soon as they get him confirmed. So looking forward to that. Most of you were with me at SWIB in July when we celebrated the announcement during our meeting of that first interagency agreement signed between the U.S. Department of Labor and U.S. Department of Education. Absolutely following Montana's lead on House Bill 823 and mandating the alignment of WIOA Titles 1, 2, and 3 in Perkins. Tammy might have an update for us later. House Bill 823 gave the Department of Labor 2 seats on Montana's Perkins Planning Committee, so we can move towards implementing that White House interagency directive for a consolidated WIOA and Perkins state plan. Tammy was gracious enough to take one of those seats. She is the representative of the State Workforce Board on the Perkins Planning Committee. And then there is one representative of organized labor. We appointed Michael Jorgensen, who some of you have met. He's on our apprenticeship advisory committee for the SWIB. Michael runs the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Joint Apprenticeship Training Center in Billings and has been involved in the non-2-year JATC training environment for a long time. So he's a great advocate on that board, and he and Tammy are doing a good job working together. Rounding out the board with them, there are 3 appointees each from Superintendent Hedlund and Commissioner Christian at OCHI. They each appoint 2 educators from within their wheelhouse and 1 representative of the business community. So Tammy is hard at work working with that committee to help bring recommendations back to us of any state plan modifications that might be needed with WIOA to cross-thread it back with the new Perkins state plan. And we'll be working with Rachel very soon. I think I told many of you that there's a very formal title in the federal government for how we submit these state plans. It is officially called the Big Submitter. And so we'll be working with Rachel and the governor to designate Montana's Big Submitter so we can get that consolidated WIOA and Perkins state plan filed in the spring. We are anticipating in January just slew of technical assistance. They're offering webinars and technical assistance guidance for departments of labor on what will be expected on the WIOA side of alignment with Perkins. And so we're anxiously awaiting that. We plan to invite our WIOA committee to attend that technical assistance training with us. But if any of you as executive committee members of the State Workforce Board are interested, just let Tammy know and we're happy to share those virtual trainings with you as well. After that July interagency agreement, December was a busy month. 2 weeks ago, the U.S. Departments of Labor, Commerce, Education, there's some Department of Interior, BIA connection, 6 more programs and funding streams from the U.S. Department of Ed have been transferred to other agencies with interagency agreements. 4 of those land at labor. So even more opportunity to cross-thread this intersection of education and workforce. Much like the July announcement, the guidance is thin at this time, but the interagency agreements are published. If you'd like to see those, we can have Tammy send them out to you today. But we are holding on those for now, waiting for guidance from our federal partners of what that means to state workforce boards and WIOA planning and Perkins planning and how we can support the White House's initiatives in moving this incredible work forward. Rachel shared with us at the governor's cabinet retreat this year that one of her commitments moving into 2027 is a renewed and continued focus on education freedom, which of course is so much of the work that we get to do here for new and unique pathways for young people. So with that, Rachel, do you have anything to add on the federal update side?
I don't. That was a very robust update. I've got nothing else to add. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thanks, Rachel. Back to you, Tammy and Adam.
I might add, and I shared this with Tammy yesterday, but I joined the NGA Workforce Executive Committee, and we had our first meeting last Monday for the year. We have dates that I don't know if they've formally been published yet, but March 11 and 12 will be in Washington, D.C., the NGA Workforce Policy Institute. In that call, the new chair from Oklahoma asked if I would be willing to kind of take on industry partnerships as a place to kind of work with best practices across the country. I believe I made a recommendation that we start with the construction industry. And we believe that there will be at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, where we're going to bring some folks in from AGC, AED, AEM on a panel to talk about what is happening in the workforce space around the country with recruiting young people into that industry, with the hope that the next meeting will trigger another industry and continue to build on that process as we move forward. So more to come on that, but it was received pretty well. So we'll see how it goes. So
That's great.
Awesome, Adam.
Tammy, you can move on to the general committee discussion.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I'm in the process of updating. I'm actually going to share it, updating the new SWIB member list. I think that it's worth looking at to see, whose term is coming off. We desperately need some representation from a couple of the key sectors like hospitality and recreation, and even maybe the professional and financial services. The governor just approved a new member, Jason Knifer from he's the executive director of the Montana Digital Academy. I will send this out. I have a few places that are highlighted that I just need. It's just information I don't have, and someone that has the historical knowledge of being SWIB can help me with this. Any of you can help me with this. Superintendent Heidelin is. You guys can see that, okay? She is identified as a workforce representative, and is that the correct board position designation for her? That was just a
No.
question I had.
It is not the correct designation position for
Okay.
her. She should be designated as other discretionary.
Okay, thank you. That helps. I'll fix that. That's why I had that highlighted. Paul, I have you highlighted because I just want to make sure that I have your business title or your business affiliation, and then I've added the title of these individuals. So I think it's important, and I would like to share this with the entire SWIB. I'll take off addresses. Probably just people might not want their addresses on there, I don't know, but Paul, give me
Yeah.
yours. Is this correct?
The business should be MDU
I'm sorry.
Resource MDU
You, okay.
Resources Group,
Thank you.
comma Inc. Yep.
Okay. And I need your title.
Director of Corporate Strategy.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'll make that nice. Again, Jason's new, and so I think I'll fill in that particular information. I've got again some information that I'm missing that Jennifer, I can probably work with you on just to make sure that this is correct. But really what I need you guys to be thinking about is filling some of our vacant positions. And do you feel it's important to share this document with everyone and with the entire SWIB when we come together in January?
Tammy,
Yeah.
I would suggest that we add another column in here, somewhere around
Okay.
professional affiliation, to identify which of the 406 job sectors folks are aligned with, so we know exactly where our gaps are. For example, I think Dwayne Iverson, as a CPA and former chairman of the CPA Private Association in Montana, is an advocate for the financial and professional services sector. But I know hospitality and recreation is something that is absolutely a gap for us. So if you could identify which 406 job sector or sectors they fill, that would help me.
Perfect. I will do that. Absolutely. And then I'll get it updated and just send it out to you guys initially to be thinking about. And then we can also have it on the agenda in January.
And if you're gonna decide to remove the address, we need to make sure we have the town so that we can see the geography separation too.
Mhm.
Perfect.
So Tammy, we do have a conversation occurring between myself and the governor's office and Ochi right now. We do have a request on the table from Commissioner Christian to be reappointed as a full voting member of the board. I've extended my support of that to the Lieutenant Governor. She's working through her review of all that, just didn't want that to come as a surprise to anyone. Given all of our partnership on 406 jobs and what might be a tremendous opportunity if Montana's Rural Health Transformation Program funding is approved, I think more alignment from the top with Commissioner Christian is always a good thing. So we've sent that request into the governor's office.
Perfect. I love that. Thank you. That's great. I'm going to go back to the agenda. So again, I'll update this. I'll send it out. We'll welcome Jason. He's already been given the invite for the January meeting. I'll figure out orientation for him, hopefully before that meeting. And then as far as committee structure and assignment, I had put it out to the entire SWIB to identify where they might be aligned with the different committees, and most of them aligned with sector partnerships. So we're a little off balance, and what I'm going to say on that is Adam and I will work on it. I'm still in conversation with Jennifer, and so honestly, I think more information to come on that, and we'll have something organized to help the SWIB committee, with what they'll be tasked with. Plus, we're still waiting for approval for the year one plan, which is going to be tied into the work that needs to get done. So more to come on that.
Thanks, Tammy. I did speak to the governor's comms office yesterday. They are having a meeting today to discuss potential opportunities to announce and roll out the year one plan. So stay tuned. As soon as we hear back, we'll share that with all of you. Could I take you back just a second, Tammy? Does
Absolutely.
everyone here know Dr. Neifer and or the Digital Academy? Okay, I'd love to share with you why I asked the governor's office to appoint Dr. Neifer as an ex officio member. The Digital Academy is a program that was funded by the legislature starting in the late 2010s, and it has grown tremendously. The value add they provide to public schools is incredible. They're a virtual online school platform. They started out as credit recovery, supporting students that couldn't get the courses they needed when they needed them, or really supporting our rural schools in Montana that didn't have specific educators or opportunities at certain times. We partnered with them 3 years ago to start Montana's first fully virtual Jobs for Montana Graduates charter for students that either couldn't get into the JMG program at their school, or maybe they're a homeschool student, or they come from a school that doesn't have JMG. We have over 80 schools represented in that online charter this year. It's been really tremendous. They've been a great partner of just further expanding the JMG opportunities and those 37 core competencies in physical areas where we don't have a staff or a program right now. In addition, Dr. Neifer and his team have really taken on the challenge of career exploration and AI readiness for our young people. They're working really closely with OPI on guidance and other things of where does OPI fit in well and supercharge the opportunities for our young people. And it was really through that AI advocacy lens, given the call out in 406 jobs from the governor for AI readiness for our young people, because that is the wheelhouse of Dr. Neifer and the Digital Academy. We were so thrilled that he was willing to join us and really be an expert in-house for us on what that could look like as we work to deliver on the governor's AI priority initiative in the one-year plan.
No, very good.
It's great.
Right, thank you.
Are we thinking that the 406 plan release will be around the same time as the Chamber's business days at the Capitol?
I may or may not have suggested that, but it's really up to the governor's schedule and his team. As soon as we hear more, I'll let you know.
Okay. Perfect timing with lots of business folks in town.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
When is that Chamber's business?
6th and 7th of January.
Okay. Thank you. I went to that a few years ago. Well, quite a few years ago.
Great.
I appreciate that we don't have to travel on New Year's Eve, which is typically it's always like the second or the
Yeah.
first.
Well, I may have reminded everyone involved that we've got a national championship to win on the 5th. But I will hot foot it back to Montana when that's over.
That's right. Nice. Perfect. Are there any other items before we go back to public comment with no one from the public here? Any other topics that anyone would want to cover?
Adam, I just want to say thanks to everyone. I feel like we're in a reemergence phase of SWIB. All of you were on the board when we reorganized 3 years ago, started engaging with the NGA workforce team, developed the 406 plan. You've hung with us while we've done really incredible outreach, and we're there again. Now that we're in implementation, it's time to regrow the board and get the right stakeholders for those industry partnerships. So thanks for hanging in with us. The work begins anew in January, and now we get to do the work we said we were going to do.
Yeah, very exciting.
Exciting.
Perfect. Well, thank you, everybody. Enjoy your snowy Friday and have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Go Coyotes.
Killing me,
Nice
Bill.
job.
Sorry I had to.